Oh, sorry. Oh, good lord, that is quite loud. I'm gonna turn that down on my end. I might even dial the emulator volume down here a little bit. Let's go into our more settings here, and you're gonna see this for a second. Whilst I drop the game volume to 65, that'll do. Okay, now I get to go and do some quick control looking ats, and I'm going to assume that with it saying all this stuff about Xbox 360 pads, that this is actually, correct. That it's actually functioning. Anyway, folks, welcome to Metal Gear AC exclamation point D. I believe it's supposed to be pronounced acid, but I hate this title. It reminds me of a Kingdom Hearts spin-off game, and by spin-off game I of course mean, because it's Kingdom Hearts, you actually do need to play it to get the full plot, but unfortunately, because Nomura is a pretentious horse's ass, he names all of his games, other than the ones that are like the main story arc of Sora, as something different, so it confuses you. Okay, good, my controls are working. Although I guess D-pad only for navigating the menu, and the left stick would be for the analog nublet, which is not currently operable. So, I don't know a lot about this game. This one was suggested to me at the behest of some fucking nerd who I am going to absolutely go find and give a very big swirly to one of these days. When I remember to. It wouldn't be a short train ride. So, Metal Gear Acid, or Metal Gear AC exclamation point D, pardon me, is a card game spin-off of the Metal Gear series. You know, we're deep in the Metal Gear Solid part of the franchise at this point. But you also have to remember, this came out in 2006. And for those of you who forgot or were not around at the time, in the late 90s and early 2000s, literally everything had a TCG spin-off. And the reason for this is that after Magic the Gathering existed and was popular among nerds, and then Pokemon happened and Yu-Gi-Oh! Happened, and they were popular among regular people and the children that, for some reason, Konami decided to re-aim the series at, as opposed to the actual target audience of Magic, which was the main target audience. People started to look at the drastic popularity of these games and go, that's a very easy source of money for us. How hard can it possibly be? We cut some cardboard, or cardstock rather, to the correct proportions of this sort of card. We stick some numbers on it. They don't even have to necessarily make a ton of sense, because nobody's going to be playing these things in a serious way. And we print pictures of these things that are popular on them. Like, there was a Digimon card game that was kind of bad, if I recall correctly. And then there was another Digimon card game that's much more recent that's actually quite good. And, just everything under the sun had these. I'm sure that you could just throw an object of some kind in some direction, and you would hit 1 to 2 things at bare minimum from the 90s and 2000s that had a trading card game. I forget what company it was, but there was one that was just like a massed anime crossover called Anime Mayhem. That is the predecessor to similar card games that exist nowadays. Thanks a lot, Bushi Road. We already know that you're a bunch of grasping fucks who don't have anything of any value to say, and you just want to produce easy money. So something gagging rudely at Weiss Schwartz. There was the Marvel Overpower, which I believe Overpower actually still exists, and it's not just a Marvel thing anymore, but when I saw any cards for it, it was all Marvel, because obviously Marvel Comics, especially by that point, Marvel Comics is starting to get into the point of like, hey, this is a thing that makes easy money. Let's get it. Let's get into it. And just all kind of stuff. There's got to have been at least one Lord of the Rings card game, and I'm not just talking about things that were aesthetically inspired by Lord of the Rings, and by inspired by, I mean just literally ripping straight off from them. Or perhaps more probably like you owned a monster manual or something from D&D and you stole artwork from and slightly tweaked and used that as a source, which basically just means that you were literally just making a card game that was based on Tolkien and, to a lesser extent, the works of Michael Moorcock, but mostly Tolkien. And just so many of these things, because honestly, mass-producing cardboard and stuff like that, not necessarily that hard. But Konami did have the right idea with this, because they understood trading card games are a huge scam. You know what's a bigger scam? Video games! Yeah, and that's why, clearly why they decided to make Metal Gear AC D into Michael basically increasing chickens. Oh my god, that's pretty good. I'm upset. But that's why Metal Gear AC D is a trading card game. There's probably going to be some elements added to this that are like doable only in an electronic environment, which I think is an interesting idea at least, but the execution always is going to matter more than just, oh, I had some ideas. Which, you know, MBIC, everybody has fucking ideas, you know? Like, being an ideas person is not a thing that's worth any amount of praise. And that's why the AI schmucks decided to, because they were sick of the fact that they were skillless and getting pushed around for trying to act like they had anything. No. And now you get the absolutely pathetic ones who don't even have ideas and they have to ask AI to brainstorm for them. Anyway, that's enough of that. I've spent this long... Okay, I pressed a button and it did work eventually, but I'm not sure which one it is. But holding the right stick apparently is our fast forward. I'm not doing any inputs, by the way. This text is scrolling through all on its own, so if you don't catch it, bad luck. Is that Mei Ling? That's a good question, Mega Man, but to be fair, it's Metal Gear, so I would expect them to only have one Chinese woman. Like, I wouldn't say that Kojima strikes me as, like, turbo racist most of the time. Occasionally, yes, but not always. And I guess that we also have to remember that all that is going to be filtered through the fact of, first of all, that MGS was an open pastiche of, like, action movies and stuff of a Western persuasion, which are very deeply inherently racist. And also the voice acting quality, I think, is a thing that has some effect on any of the HRT, on any of that, because, you know, if anybody wants to say something about an accent, I will immediately say, oh dear god, this is actually literally just going through... This tutorial is playing on its own. I'm not doing any inputs. This is a problem, because I literally am not getting any of this. We're gonna fly by the seat of our chairs here and pretend. So, anyway, yeah, the thing I was gonna say is that, like, it'd be very easy to be like, oh yeah, there's some really questionable accents in some of those, but you gotta remember, that back in the day, they had like one black man to do any of the voices for any black male characters. It said Delta U, but also very funny. Anywho. Yeah, no, massive respect to Greg Eagles, but man, they really didn't have anyone else. Like, technically, they did have a few others, but, like, I mentioned that one time and somebody brought up David Fennoy, who, David Fennoy, I recognize mostly as being the voice of Faceless Void. Of course I do. But, I mean, I think he existed, but I don't think I've ever heard him in anything pre-2010. Yeah, it's like, if this is supposed to be teaching you how to play, this is a massive did you get all that moment. Freshen! My favorite character. Anyway. This is a choice. This is so... Oh, boy. You called your game Metal Gear Acid, and all I can say is, boy, Kojima, we can tell. Oh, my lord. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting this weird, weird mess. I don't know how much of a series is this after all this is going. Jeez. Fuck. I'm confused. Oh, who's this guy? Got like broad shoulders and a mustache, and my immediate thought was like, he looks like he should be in more of like a less modernized looking action game. Although with that hair, Soldier, is that what it said in the? Oh, the typo. I managed to catch just that. Don't like You named the character Clown. Bruh. You know what? Kojima, that's it. You've officially gone too far. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna switch over to PSP2i. I actually would, like... Hold up, can I... I wish I could, like, save state a little bit more surreptitiously for something like this, so that way I could just be like, I'm going to save state, and then I'm going to go and load in another thing as a gag, but I think I think I'm not able to really do that. Anyway, this guy's named Roger, apparently, so... He must be wondering why all the military guys keep talking about him. But also, now we get to control things, I guess. Looks like you made it ashore, Snake. Snake here. Sorry for the wait, Roger. Any enemies in sight? It's a wet forest. None so far. Snake, HRT Unit Spencer was sent in before you. We've lost contact with them. HRT? Hormone replacement therapy? Isn't that a SWAT-based unit specializing in terrorism prevention tactics? Yeah, I'm sure there's some dude on Blue Sky who's like, who thinks that DIY HRT is cop shit, so... Anyway. His name Roger sounds like set up pro who's on first routine. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Yes, but they were wiped out by enemies. I take it we're not dealing with garden variety thugs. Snake, our mission consists of just one thing. That's getting our hands on what the hijackers want. One Coca-Cola. Headquarters has concluded from the hijackers' demands that one Coca-Cola is the name given to a research project conducted at the Libido Physics and Chemistry Lab Inquiries to the lab, however, went unanswered. Oh, by the way, it's actually called Pythagoras. Pythagoras? So am I supposed to be looking for some kind of triangle? And yet you're making me press the circle button to advance the text. An unknown group of mercenaries has taken over the lab just before we sent in HRT. Fucking Republicans. Can you fill me in on this Pythagoras research? On this Pythagoras research? Snake, why did you say it that way? Mystery? Why's that? The project's head researcher, Fleming, was formerly developing biological weapons for the US military. Yeah, can you tell that Kojima likes the James Bond? Because the guy is named Fleming, come on. Like Ian Fleming, like the author? Oh, you get it. And if you don't, well, I don't know. Look it up on Wikipedia. Normally, I would tell you to Google it, but oh boy, Google has been getting shittier and shittier over the like 10 minutes. It has been a course of years, but oh boy. Biological weapons. In order to get the specifics on Pythagoras, you'll have to get in contact with Fleming. Fleming. I feel like I should pronounce both of those M's. You got his profile? No, I've only got a face-forward picture of him. I was only able to get my... God damn it! Fuck. I started saying that before I read the dialogue and it was about pictures. You... God damn it, Kojima! I could write one of these games, come on! Just imagine me in the voice of, like, some guy who's handing someone over, like, the new... Well, whatever you would call it, because it would basically be, like, magic, but as technology, some sort of gun, just handing it over to a guy and just being like... Your genes will know what to do with this. Your bloodline calls you to a sacred duty. Wait, no, that's a little bit more like... That'd be more like if I was writing like an Elden Ring or something, I don't know. The investigation is still underway. Find out who's taking the place over while you're at it. That too is being taken care of as we speak. Now, I know it's been a while since you've been in actual combat, Snake. Before infiltrating the target location, you better brush up on your intuitive skills. First of all, I should brief you on movement. Use my legs, right? Go ahead and move the cursor to the genome soldier card in your hand. Roger, what lands am I supposed to be playing in this deck? Now, selecting move will display your range of movement using blocks. Select a block to move to with the cursor. After that, determine which direction to face. Give it a try. Move to this spot first. Alright, we draw our cards here. That's it right there is fine. Telephone company was slaying those cards like he told how to move. Okay, now choose north. A compass in the lower left corner shows you which direction you're facing. See how the white triangle is pointing to the north? No, actually, because that's currently being covered, but I get the gist. That compass design upsets me. That's just like... Why would you do this? What's It's like an Enron. Bernie Madoff, what are you doing here? I thought you were dead. No, Snake, I made off with a... Fuck. I quit. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. Alright, yes. So, I feel like you could just put, like, a 2D, like, kind of standard fare compass rose type of thing down in the corner. Or maybe something a little bit more simple. Why does it need to be this fucking cube? Somebody was, like, really dedicated to, like, hey, check it out, 3D graphics on a handheld. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sure, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. Maybe I'm not, like, impressed by... I guess I'm just not impressed by 3D stuff anymore, because it's not the fucking 90s. Good. You chose north. The last step during movement is to select a position. It's also possible to select a crawl option. But just remain standing for now. Oh yeah, the artwork is pretty good. I mean, I'm trying to place if I can, like, figure out an art style for this specifically, because this definitely does not look very like Yoji Shinkawa. But it's pretty good anyway. Select stay from the list and press the circle button to confirm. Yeah, see, they didn't change the controls for region here, huh? Well done. I'll contact you again when you reach the gate. Right. Go, Snake, look forward. The previous day, GMT, which is an abbreviation that is not used very much anymore, except by people who live in that general area, I assume. UTC is the thing that tends to be nowadays, is your universal time location. Look at these clowns. It smells weird in here, Sass. I'm not even trying for... Vecuronium bromide. Eh? I'm not sure what that is offhand. Doctors use it for surgery and stuff to stop the pain. Somebody get hurt? No, we've just hijacked this plane. Let's see, I thought this was turning into Rule of Rose for a second. Cool. Ah, jeez, am I gonna have to fight them, like, at the end of the anti-tower or something? Is this the same previous day or a different previous day? Are all these people gonna die, sis? Well, I don't know. If the big leaders in America do what we want, most passengers should live. How boring. I think everyone should die. I feel it, though. If everyone dies, we won't have any more hostages. And without hostages, we can't negotiate. So then we just hijack another plane. Elsie, can you just hush up a little while? Why? I have to relay our demands to the control tower now. We have to claim responsibility. Okay, well, I guess I'll be quiet, but not for long. Control tower, can you hear me? We have taken over Flight 326 and the lives of 517 passengers are at stake. Every one of them has been temporarily paralyzed
With mercury bromide, all we have to do is increase the density ever so slightly, and all these pitiful passengers will die in an instant. And as the cherry on top, a bomb has been set somewhere on the plane. If flight altitudes drop to 35,000 feet, it'll explode.
This is the worst, like, spin-off of Speed that I've ever heard of.
So don't even consider making us land. I'm sure you wouldn't even think of doing a silly thing like that now, would you? Our demand is for access to a hidden treasure kept in a South African laboratory.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
The treasure known as Pythagoras. Give us Pythagoras with no strings attached.
Oh, come on now, don't say that.
And your precious passengers will be set free. Time's running out. You've got 10 hours. Let's see if you can guess Pythagoras within 10 hours. How you would get it to us is up to you. But if you're not quick about it, precious lives will be lost, one by one. Oh yeah, you're probably hoping we don't find out, but we've already confirmed the Vigo
The what? The Vigo the Vigo hatch, the Vigo Hawk?
That Vigo hatch is on board this plane?
I was really worried that I was starting to sound like Strong Sad during that cutscene, by the way. Just like... Vamp? Wait. So the terrorists want Pythagoras. I see. What? Vigo Hatch? Is he related to Orrin Hatch? Fuck that guy. So what exactly are the demands? Is that right? They've got a hell of a plan there. I don't know what this accent is. I don't know who these hijackers are. But I'm damn thankful they showed up now. We have to take advantage of this golden opportunity. Clearly I can make it a little bit more Russian. We have to take advantage of this golden opportunity. Sorry, that was inappropriate. But, you know, again, very much in keeping with the sort of James Bond feel of a lot of these games. Strike when the iron is hot, as they say. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, I just suddenly, yeah, and then just Macho Man. What if I just voiced everybody as Macho Man? That would get really annoying for both of us. Leave it to me. I'll do a little negotiating with some higher-ups. Ooh, yeah! There we go. You're kidding me. Raja was assigned to this? Ugh. 3 dots. Lobito Island itself belongs to the Southern African Republic of Maloney. But the Lobito Physics and Chemistry Lab itself is under corporate control. Which corporation? It's Beagle. Officially one of the largest and cutest dogs we've ever... most respected conglomerate enterprises in the world. Actually, I mean, to be fair, big corporation naming itself after a cute dog, that would be... You know, in order to make themselves seem, like, cool. And by cool, I mean, like, they're good people. But beyond its surface reputation, Beagle is quite a mystery. It tore a big hole in my sofa last week. No contact could be established with them regarding this incident. Not only has the Maloney government been banned from meeting with Fleming or entering the lab, but they claim that it would be interference in non-governmental affairs. Why would they be so touchy? Until recently, Maloney was a country plagued by constant warfare and strife. Support from the international community has led to a national reconstruction, but the most generous financial contributor to Maloney was Beagle, by far. So let me guess, he ate the money after that, huh? Sounds like the Maloney government doesn't want to betray their savior. The United States will not give in to terror. Negotiating with terrorists is not an option. That's the right policy to show the world. But if Pythagoras isn't delivered to those hijackers in a matter of hours, the Sorry, I started reading it backwards. The 517 innocents aboard Flight 326 will be killed. That's why this operation must be kept strictly confidential. But you don't need to hear that from me. Who do I need to hear it from? You were Roy's close friend during your time as a Green Beret. Roy? Colonel Roy Campbell? Colonel? We get him back. Come on. Bring him back. Yes, he spoke very highly of you. Snake, Senator Hatch is on that plane. That's right. Vigo Hatch, presidential candidate in the upcoming elections. For the sake of America, we can't risk losing Hatch. I need your help. You're all we have, Snake. There's a ladder here, Roger. Climbing ladders is just like moving. Try using body armor while moving. Most cards can be used if highlighted when move is selected. Press the up or down button to select move. Except for special cards, it's usually possible to move 3 blocks per turn. Keep that in mind. Move up to the ladder, then select ladder up arrow from the list. You can't stop in the middle of a climb. Excuse me. Also, if someone is located in the direction you're headed, you can't move there. Alright, Snake. Climb the ladder and head north. Right. Oh, can you imagine if they had one of those big long ladders in here like in that other game? Ow! Snake, I forgot to mention one thing. Are you sure it's only one thing? Very funny. I need to tell you how to equip yourself. An equip option is available among the cards. Go ahead and select Front Evade Level 1 from there. Selecting Equip brings up an Equip column in the upper right corner. Voice kind of reminds me of Dr. McCoy. Equipping triggers certain effects during battle. Press the square button to view a card's details. Press the X button to exit the card explanation. Now go ahead and equip Front Evade Level 1. Well done, Snake. Even a child could do this. Don't get offended. I have to make sure you've got the fundamentals down. I know. Let's get on with it. You can only use cards a certain number of times per turn. What happens when that number hits 0? Rest will be displayed at the top of the screen. The number on the bottom shows the max number of times a card can be used. Currently, you're at rest 0 out of 2, which means you can't use any cards. Press the X button to call up the command menu, then select End. If any enemies are around, an enemy's turn will follow yours, so choose carefully. From now on, you can draw 2 cards at the beginning of each turn. Right. I know it's sudden, but select End now. Looks like you got it.
Now move over to here. Use the Genome Soldier card. Then face north.
Got it. I'm ready to carry out the mission. Hey, Roger. I need better land cards. Where can I get some of those? Seriously? They didn't even give me anything with this. Just basic lands? You're shitting me. I'm outside the fence.
Can you get in?
This fence looks like it might be high voltage. I left my rubber gloves at home.
Any doors?
Yeah, but there's a big padlock on it.
Shoot it, Snake.
Damn it! I wasn't sure that he was literally going to say that. I was waiting for him to say something goofier.
Shoot the padlock open and enter the compound. HRT should have left some goodies behind for you. A sneaking suit and a SOCOM are stashed away in a cave at the seashore. Here's how to fire. Attack your target, in this case the padlock. Highlight SOCOM with the cursor and select Use.
Yeah, okay. I do actually have one. I was about to ask you if claymores were good enough.
That's it. Now get through that fence and infiltrate the lab.
Right. These logos are fun. That tiny little text that was there.
Snake, your heart rate has risen to 145 beats per min.
For men.
Per minute.
Oh, right.
I've gone over your basic physical functions and rate of exercise from the time you arrived, and some numerical inconsistencies have arisen when compared with the apparatus.
I think there's some kind of magnetic field here or something. It's probably messing with the signal or whatever. The apparatus.
Yes, the sneaking suit provided to you has been fitted with a chain that stores physical data. Not only does it store a soldier's physical data and information related to their surroundings, but it also includes the advanced capability of providing remote medicine. This is the first time it's been used in an actual combat situation, and it seems a little unstable.
I don't like the sound of that. Well, I've been out of active duty for a while. So, no.
No, Snake. Your current data is recorded in the chain. Your age has nothing to do with it. In addition...
spare me the minor details. Just get on with it, will ya?
Yeah. There's someone I'd like you to meet, Snake. This is Alice Hazel, a very gifted psychic.
Which one? Cadabra? Hypno? A psychic?
She is well known for her supernatural abilities and has played a major role in solving various cases. Among her abilities are telepathy, astral projection, and... what was that called?
Remote viewing. I'm able to view events from a great distance.
Alice will act as a navigator for you. She can sense images and events within the laboratory.
Roger, you gotta be kidding me. You expect me to base this mission on palm readings and crystal balls? I'm trying to prep the joke here, sorry, but I'm in no mood for the psychic hotline here.
But she's the real thing. Recommended by the feds.
You don't have to believe in my gift, but I'd appreciate it if you'd stop treating me like some dime store fortune teller. It may be troubling for you to entrust your life to me, but it would be in your best interest to trust me.
Alice has recovered over 200 missing persons in cooperation with the FBI. She's young, but has a great record and a truly incredible gift.
Hey, look at these dots. I do hope we can get along.
And Snake, she may not have the veteran expertise that you offer us, but just in case, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Any action taken outside of an order should be thought out carefully. We may lose contact with you.
I know.
Alright, Snake. Head for the gates.
Ah, god damn it. Oh, Colonel. Colonel, can you believe this shit? They've saddled me with a psychic. Anyway, let's save. Oh, I think I was expecting to see more stuff here. But, oh yeah, it's saving fast as fuck because we're on emulator. At least I assumed that using the emulator is probably helping us out a little bit here. Okay, I can't move backwards on the thing. Also, hey, look at the cube rotating. As we go to Libido Laboratory. As I was saying in the other voice. That wasn't the guy that I'm trying to make sound dumb. Roger, I've arrived at the gates.
How does it look?
I see some soldiers standing guard in front of the gates.
That gate is your only ticket into the lab. What's the guard doing?
He's just standing there. Doesn't look like he has any intention of moving.
You've got to get him to move out of the way somehow.
I know a way.
Snake, wait a second! I hate to sound like a parrot, but this is a top secret mission. It's very important that you move forward without being detected by anyone. I'm sure the soldiers inside are armed to the teeth and patrolling the area with a steady eye. If that guard catches sight of you and calls for backup, you'll be seriously outnumbered in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, standing there menacingly, exactly.
Survival is very unlikely under such circumstances.
Right, I've got to stay alert.
Yes, I'm repeating myself again, but I can't stress enough the importance of staying out of enemy sight. Combat must be avoided as often as possible.
Yeah, and see, even Snake is sick of the fucking cutscenes. Come on.
Fine. You have to get through the gates. Figure out some way to distract that guard.
Right. Time to get down to business. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have left those porno mags a bit. Wait. It's him just throwing dirty magazines out there. I mean, that would distract the guards, wouldn't it?
Snake, I've just been informed. The clapper doesn't actually do that.
Shit. Alright, let's... guess we can take a look at this. Does this tell me how far I can move with any of these? The name FAMAS is derived from the French for Assault Rifle by Saint Etienne Arms Factory. Huh. appearance has earned it the nickname Clarion Trumpet. Huh. That's more information than I require. Can you tell me about the cardboard box? Equipped to use, made of cardboard. Heliport is written on the side. And here's a grenade. Anti-person. Safety pin, it's bolt. Lever. Percussion cap creates sparking. They once burn. Detonator, the room explodes. And it's just that, and that as well. Oh. Right, that's the end turn, but I'm going to screw that up quite a bit. So here's an interesting thing, is that you have to press the cancel button in order to go backward in your list of things. To go in reverse in your movement. It's sort of an odd choice, but hey. Whatever. I didn't design the game. How much of me can that dude see? That's my question. That is kind of a lot of rations. Can you tell me anything special about these rations? Some modern rations feature dessert and are quite tasty, but this is not one of them. Snake, don't eat the can, you idiot! Come on! Okay, yeah, it makes sense that we can't move as far with our move cards while, crawling.
How about it, Snake? Can you get past the gate?
Guard station in front of it won't budge.
That reminds me. Face the wall and select flatten to edge up to it. Select knock in that position to tap it. Think you can get through now? Basically...
Make a sound to lure the guard away from his post.
Just do it without getting caught.
Got it. Yeah, right, we have to flatten against the wall. Stay here. And move. My camera control here is not very good. I don't get a ton here. I can't flatten up against the side of the truck. Damn. I can, however, flatten against the wall, and he does, in fact, see me. That's a shame, but... Or he... That guy probably heard me instead. Alright, well, that does get them out of the way. Meanwhile, this dude doesn't care about anything, so that's cool. Oh, I see. He's running away already. Just like, help me! It's not at all what this is about, but hey. No, I don't... that yet. Let's... sort of turn and face this guy. And unload on his ass. He's very unimpressed with that. Okay. Well, that works. He dead. Well, good enough for me. I mean, meanwhile, this guy's gonna come up and he's gonna try to shoot me, clearly, but... God damn, he gets a lot of shots out before anything happens, but... I see, these guards are not, letting up here.
Snake, you've been spotted!
Yeah, I blew it.
I'm not blaming you, but are you prepared to deal with this?
Affirmative. I should find some place to hide out.
That's it. I'm sure you're used to these situations.
Oh, I never get used to it.
Hide under our truck for a little while, then get up and try again. Use crawl to crawl after moving, then press it again to stand up.
Right. Oh, my mouse cursor was there. Whoops! Sorry. Right here. Go under the truck and turn sideways so that way there's less of me sticking out. I don't know if that actually does anything, but, you know. Here, I can eat a quick ration, and, I guess it's equipped some body armor. So that way I've done something with the turn. Yeah, I know they are not impressed with what I'm doing here. Fair enough. Can I chuck the grenade out at them? Oh, I can't throw it out from under the truck. Can I, like, view the map in any meaningful way here? I can't, can I? Oh, that's a massive problem, actually. That's... And I ended the turn a little bit early because I'm having a dumb here. But I'm also, like, kind of thrown off just by the fact of, hey, you can't look at your map in order to... They don't give me any real tools to do anything with this, really. Not in the most meaningful sense of things. That, I guess. Product name, Bandage. Thank you. Now, let's see if we can't get some movement here. And... I'm gonna have to get into a bit of a risky territory here. Oh, what? Did I not use the card that gave me more actions, or is that a permanent effect that's like... That's... I wanted to throw the stun grenade. Honestly, I have sort of a feeling that I'm going to come away from this like, this is an interesting idea, but there's some things missing. Can't look at the map. I would really love to have like vision cones on there, like with the Soliton radar, but unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be a bit of a thing. Yeah, maybe it'll get to be a thing that I just, like, hash out better as I go. But otherwise, ooh, boy. Just a weapon. Yeah, assume I'm okay down here. I wouldn't really need to hit crawl until I get closer up, and hopefully... Oh! Wow, alright. Gave me a sword for some reason. What can you tell me about this? The vibrating sword. Okay. Ineffective against machines. Not with that attitude. I don't know if this is a good time to call me like this, especially if it's gonna make me stand. Eesh. Don't use that. Yeah, there's a guy over there. Knock. All right, let's end turn and oh, and then he immediately gets a chance to move again because I did a lot there. But it seems like that guy is the main guy who like actually got to do anything. Okay, that got his attention. That's good. Incorrect. Here. MGS1 pack. Huh? Nah, that was a bad idea. That's not the guy I wanted to alert. Try to distract someone else. But he is far away. Alright, as long as these guys remain not very smart about things. Lost by 4. I just end turn and try to wait for a bit and see if any of these... No, they... I was hoping they'd start goofing around, but unfortunately they are actually too smart in that regard. Unfortunately, I thought there was a guy who was the other direction. So when I went over to just knock on the wall, I didn't realize that that was a thing. That I could have gone the other way. Which I guess would still probably be a little bit of a problem, but... This is going to take me some figuring things out, for sure. No, not the cardboard box. I don't need that yet. Sir, I don't... Repeating the calls mid-mission is a bit of a pain in the butt. But in a very specific, like, old video game kind of way. It's not unique. It's not... I'm not trying to say that. I'm not that stupid. Probably. That might not be ideal, because he's probably going to move around enough to be able to see me. Yeah. However, I didn't enter an alert phase, because I guess he's just kind of like, I don't know what that was. It's just some guy. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, buddy. As he starts radioing back up or something. Yep, there we go. There's our alert phase. However, thankfully, I think technically these guys didn't see me. Oh, damn it, I meant to stand up. Oops. Oh, no, we stood up because we got called. Not a good time to tell me this, but technically, I guess you should probably tell me it at some point. Here, I'm just gonna stare at the wall. It's plausible deniability. They'll think I'm an idiot, which, I mean, to be fair, they don't need the help getting to that assumption, but... Alright, let's move with the stun grenade here, and not really have a good idea as to where I'm actually at. Stay here. And place the Claymore mine. As just sort of like a bit of defensive. Did he not take any damage from that? But I took a shitload because I placed it literally on top of my body for some reason. And by that I mean because obviously you place it right where you stand. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. I was doing that wrong. That's all, I was doing that wrong. It would really help if I got that one action card back, I think. At least for this case. Actually, maybe I will use the cardboard box. God, this game is weird. Just thinking about it. Very strange game. I mean, I suppose that on some level, this game is weird. Feels like a thing that doesn't really bear talking about too much because it's Kojima. And we have to remember what this guy's entire catalog is like. But man, like imagine being the person in the room who has to get pitched this, right? Yeah, this guy seems to just be like patrolling a little bit. I don't think he's gonna suddenly sneak around and be like, hey, I heard your footsteps. He might see us, but if we're lucky, he won't. And he did not. Okay, so I don't need 2 cardboard boxes, I don't think. Alright, let's flatten ourselves up against the wall here. And now we're going to end turn. And first thing we do, knock. Alright, he heard that. Alright, get off the wall and move into a crawl. And let's equip ourselves with a cardboard box. They'll never suspect. At least that's my hope. Okay, he's not looking at me, so I should be safe to, like, sneak past. Yeah, see, he doesn't even hear anything. And thankfully, none of these dudes bother to be like, that cardboard box is moving awfully fast. Usually they move at a speed of 0. Man, this game is weird. I love how we go from, like, fucking it up 3 times in a row in, like, some of the most embarrassing way possible to, oh, by the way, S rank. Funny. I guess I didn't get any cards gathered. So they want me to pick up those items in order to pick those up. And we are sent a couple of doodads here. We get a handy survival kit, which appears to allow us to heal other fellas. That's kind of good. I think we had the SOCOM and the FAMAS cards already. Actually, can you tell me some information about this? Special Operatives Command. Oh, okay. They didn't want to just call it a sock, I guess. The standard issue handgun used by special forces under your command. I'm just some guy. Come on. Roger, can you hear me? Situation A is complete.
Not bad, Snake. Starting to feel like your old self again?
Oh, I still got too many polygons. I can't believe how much the cost stacked up.
Don't worry. You'll be back in good form soon enough.
Somebody coming in on the other line here. This... Gary Murray!
Any out there? Please, someone answer. You should respond to that, Snake.
Gary Murray? Who's that?
I'm not sure, but he's using the van unit's emergency frequency. Someone in the lab might have picked up a Kodak.
Could be an enemy.
Talk to him and try to find out what his situation is. I'll run a background check on the name Gary Murray.
Is this gonna turn into, like, a visual novel with full-on, like, branching discussion choices? As I slowly just decide, okay, I'm gonna develop a game that's just a VN that uses fucking Metal Gear Acid mechanics. Sorry, Metal Gear AC exclamation point D, I forgot. Apparently I'm the one who's taken a bit of a trip. Come in, Gary. Gary Murray, please respond. Are you an American? You must have survived the attack somehow. Something like that. What about you? I'm an engineer at this lab. Name's Gary Murray. What the hell is going on? The hell is going on here? These soldiers just swarmed us all of a sudden, and the next thing I knew, we were thrown into the residential quarters and treated like dirt. I was in charge of quarantine and disease prevention for test animals here. And that's all. They interrogated me about the actual research. I don't even know anything. Hurry, you've got to help me. Enemy soldiers are patrolling as we speak. Kill me. His damn radio is broken. I hear you, Gary. Just calm down. Where are you? This accent sort of... Control room, the north gate, but the enemy soldier, Dr. Fleming, is... Fleming? You know where Fleming is? Oh no, someone's... Hurry, please help.
It could very well be a trap. But if he claims to know where Fleming is located, he could really help us out.
He said he's in the control room, to the north.
Our satellite photos show a building to the north. Snake, get to that control room and find Gary. Then ask him about Fleming's whereabouts. I'll try to re-establish radio contact with him. Head for the north gate.
Right. I gotta rescue Gary motherfucking Murray. Apparently I'm not allowed to ignore his girth. Tav, am I to interpret that as this is a good idea?
How do you feel, Lena? Think you can stand?
I'll try. Is this the work of... I don't know. Isn't terrorist? Well, maybe. But, Senator Hawk, please speak with caution. The election is just around the corner, and reporters... I know. Just stay put. I'll go see what's happening here.
Wait, it's too dangerous.
You'd be in much more danger than I am, Senator. I have to find out what's going on. There's really no point in us both going.
Okay, just be careful.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
He just disappears.
It's me! C'est moi!
What the hell? Dolls can't talk. Oh, am I taking an AC exclamation point D trip right now?
We want Pythagoras!
Sorry.
Do you have Pythagoras, mister?
Must be damn kid. No doubt about it.
Where did you go, sis?
I was working!
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You just left me alone and went off somewhere to play. No, I didn't. I'm a busy girl, unlike you. So, what kind of work, then? Killing.
Killing? Killing what?
I murdered the pilot and the co-pilot, too. Made their hearts stop.
Isn't that gonna make the plane crash?
The pilot and the co-pilot. So they're dead?
You don't say. Oh, geez, yeah, they definitely are. One of them has a 14 and the other one just has a 1 written on him. Ah, God, 14 minus 1. Oh, no, it really is a Nomura project. The following is a briefing on the deck editor menu.
Colonel, why am I playing a card game for...
This menu allows you to edit the deck you'll be using in the next stage. Cards acquired during the previous stage are automatically added to your stock. In order to use stock cards, they must first be organized into a deck. Press up and down. Yeah. Interesting that the D-pad is called the directional button, just like in general. That's a choice. I don't have anything with like an English script in front of me from another PSP game to confirm if that's normal or if that's just AC exclamation point D being weird. But yeah, I think we can all kind of guess how to use this menu, right? Press the square button to view details about the card, which is, yeah, same as before. Deck must contain at least 30 cards. Okay, we're not restricted on having too many cards, I guess. Oh, well, I guess later. In addition, it's limited to 4. Yeah, so really just TCG levels there. Cards. Okay, well, I have a feeling that a lot of people use that auto function, and they probably got fucked on that at various points. I'm going to save, because obviously I need to do that anyway, as we're in Lobster Laboratory or whatever. We have to take a look at it, and oh, it just says number of times cleared. All I saw was number of times, and I thought it was like number of times you restarted a mission. I was gonna be very upset. And by upset, I mean confused. Anyway, back in a sec, everybody. By the way, while I'm here logging back into the brain of something, can I just say how incredibly fucking funny it is that this is basically a Metal Gear Solid roguelike deck builder? Seriously? And in 2006? Like, oh man. Oh. Never accuse me of giving Konami ideas on purpose, but I think it would in fact be extremely funny if the next Metal Gear project that they did, because now they have control over the franchise with no Kojima, was just bringing this back, but going full hog on the roguelike elements and just literally making it an actual just Metal Gear flavored roguelike deck builder. I would be apocalyptically mad about it, but also it would be very funny. Oh man, this place just looks like Shadow Moses again. Roger, have you sent me to a place that I've been before? God damn it.
Snake, we've discovered who's taken over the lab. It's the Leone Unit, a group of insurgents opposed to the Maloney Republic, named after their leader.
Also, I enjoy that. I'm not doing it well, but I enjoy that I'm getting to do a voice that's just the abominable snowman from the Looney Tunes.
I will hug you and feed you and pet you and squeeze you, and I will call you David, and you will be my...
That's my actual name! What the f... So anti-government rebels have stormed a lab facility built on government soil? Another one of Maloney's internal conflicts, maybe?
No, the Leone Unit is actually a group of mercenaries hired by someone else. The group is made up of soldiers from several countries, and they're not working together under any political ideology.
So what, are they just friends or something?
That's all we can deduce based on current intelligence.
I see. So this is the real thing.
Yes, and the enemy security is higher than anything we've seen before. There appear to be security cameras in the facility. Be careful as you go in.
No need to worry. I've done this before, remember? Security cameras? You guys think this is the most you've ever seen? Come on.
And, Snake, I've got something important to tell you. Listen carefully.
Oh, what is it?
A number like this in the upper right corner of each card. It's called the cost. Think of it as weight being spent on your actions. The total cost consumed by using cards is calculated at the end of each turn. Cost diminishes as time passes, and when it reaches 0, it's a new turn.
So using a card with a heavy cost would mean I could only move a short distance, right?
Exactly. And the same goes for enemies. Basically, turns alternate when cost reaches 0. Check on cost during a mission, use the window next to you. From the top, there's your life gauge, number of cards in your hand, current cost, and turn order. Press the select button to display info windows for all characters.
I think I get it. So, cost minus 4 becomes important.
That's right, you catch on quickly. If you act to reduce cost usage, the turn will change more quickly. And one more thing, when a turn changes, a cost used reduction occurs depending on the number of cards used. -1 with the second card, -2 with the third card, and so on.
Sounds hard.
Don't worry about the details right now. You'll figure them out during your mission.
Practice makes perfect, huh?
Snake, I think Gary's codec is damaged. I can't make out what he's saying. But we know he's in the control room to the north.
That's okay, he's got a weird accent. That's right, we gotta find Otacon hiding in the north end of the control office. Oh, sorry. I said Otacon, I meant... Oh. Anyway, let's go ahead and use that. I mean, it's a shit ton of cost, but that's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, we should be able to blast this guy, right? Oh, those security cameras don't record any audio, do they? Ah, shit. Alright, we're good. Ah, cool, we got a sword, so we can sword if we need to. Our cardboard box, and up we go. And the turn. And you know what? Realistically, we're gonna just need to move forward. See, that camera shouldn't see us. And we're going to end the turn again, just that way we get a full hand here. I do like the idea of having, like, the thing of use the D-pad and the stick at the same time. There's something pleasant-ish about that in a certain... Oh. Yeah, okay, so it is entirely the visual angle of the... I'm sorry, I saw the little marker over the head of me when I did that, and I was like, But I think that just means that I'm facing it and, like, could attack it. Here, am I allowed to shoot that thing? Yes, okay. Cool. That's not like MGS1. So I wasn't really expecting anything in terms of the ability to actually do that. Alright, we're in evasion phase here. Which means don't fuck around too much. Alright, let's pop a crawl here and try to stay low in case anybody is going to look in that general direction. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted to stay crawling. Alright, well, I'm assuming that bullseye means that's targeting location here. I really wish I had a better sense of mapping, but again, I think that a large part of anything that I'll be able to say regarding this game in terms of like difficulty level will ultimately kind of come out to like, hey, gee, there are some little quality of life bits and bobs here that would be real nice, but here, let's take that thing out real quick. Yeah, I don't know. You didn't play 2. I haven't played either of these, so I can't weigh in on it, but whatever. It's I like it. It just takes me a while to really get my hands on, you know, get a handle on this. I was gonna say, can I shank that security camera? And the answer is no. They're not amused by my immediate move towards shenanigans, right? Yeah, I think we can get away with being aggressive here. But I will drop myself into a nice floor stance here. Yeah, it doesn't give me any movement extension there. This works, right? Crawl all the way through that, right? Yeah. On the other hand, surely I can't... Yeah, I can't shank the guy while I'm on the floor. Geez, stand. Yep, that works. Anyway, you better believe I'm going to just take a couple of turns here to draw. Or at least one. I see my extra actions effect seems to have worn off. Oh well. Uh-oh. You didn't see nothing, dude. as I continue to have nothing really worth playing here. So I get to do some of this. I mean, I guess I can spin kick him if I need to, but yeah, that's gonna be where we go here. Unfortunately, that did take our entire turn, so I was a fool to do that. I should have just given him the old kick immediately. As this guy returns. Good enough. Unfortunately, I am completely exposed right now, so... Ah, dang it. He still gets a chance to do some stuff. Oh, well. Hold up. Let's use the mine. Not actually be able to do that the way I want to. It still kind of serves as a bit of a dissuasion, so... that works for me. Oh, shit! Never mind! God damn it, I was hoping I would at least not set off my own fucking mines, but... nope, that'd be silly. Alright, now pivot around to be able to face this guy. End the turn. Just in case he starts to come over here and try to pull any funny business here. Alright, let's equip our scope. And... 69%, nice. I mean, realistically, calling it nice seems like a bit of a stretch for the case that we're talking about here, but hey. But also... man, this... The weapon cards, unsurprised... it doesn't really surprise me that much because they're guns, but like... it's kind of impressive exactly how, like, crazy deadly these things get. Like, wow, who could imagine a gun would be super deadly, but also... on the other hand, it's like, you just play one attack and your enemies melt. Which, fine, but... man. Not completely expected. I was gonna say, that dude's gonna see me, but... that's okay. Because we're gonna shank him immediately, and... it's It's fine. Alright. No, don't use the fragmentation. Get over there. And stand on that bullseye. Wait, Snake. What is it? Gary is to your north. How do you know that? What if I said... a sixth sense? The west side. See an entrance. That's your way in.
Snake, please listen to her. Go to the west side.
Right. Man, this place is swarming with these buttholes. Alright, let's put on our cardboard box and start heading our way this way. I mean, there is a guy in our range there, but I probably shouldn't just shoot both of these guys immediately as much as I want to. Well, we're kind of stuck here, so while we're staked out, let's do that. And he's watching us intently here. Well, here we go. That guy sees us, but we're going to deal with him in just a second anyway, so... A grenade should pop, right? I don't remember what the timing is for it. Oh, geez. Yep. Look at me not having used that before, so that's... Okay, that's not the option that I was really hoping it would be. That's unfortunate. This is sort of a two-part mission, though, so I have a feeling that if I were to just sort of, if I were to just book it for now, I would have a bit of a problem, you know? Anyway, clear that guy out. Also, yeah, I can't tell my east and my west, so I went to the east wing. Well, oops. Okay, good. My deck reloads automatically. It's not like Chain of Memories. Continues to make jokes about Tetsuya Nomura for some reason. I would say, what does he deserve? What has he done to deserve getting that kind of? But the answer is yes. The answer is I really don't have to go into that, do I? I was gonna say he's running away, but he's also running away to use a ration, so fair enough. It's alright. Maybe that dude will just go back to not giving a shit about us if we instead go over here and just mow this fucker down. And we just bolt. You'd say his ass is grass? Yeah. You could say that. We want to actually kind of hide in this cavity here. And just end the turn. Because I don't know if this dude is going to come around yet or not. He doesn't appear to be facing us, so that's good. Let's use the Action Plus card and then end one more time. Just get ready to absolutely book it when the coast is clear. Neener, neener, fuckers. Yeah, that guy shouldn't. That camera shouldn't see us, rather. Alright, let's put on our box. And, I did this wrongly. 'Cause I didn't see that door before. That camera angle was not conducive to it, and to be honest with you, the doors blend in anyway, so with my shit vision, well... Say, I can't wait for someone to come along like, hey, that door's been open for too long. Oh, jeez. Well, rip our cardboard box.
Snake, it's a patrol bot. Keep your guard up.
Patrol bot? What, they stopped giving these jobs to real people?
A state-of-the-art guard dog developed at the Lobito Chemistry and Physics Lab. Looks like it belongs to the Leone unit now.
So I'll put it out of order then.
Hold on, Snake. That won't be as easy as you think. It's coated with a special type of armor. Unless you can find an armor-piercing weapon or disable it with a chafing grenade, Your best bet is to sneak by without getting caught.
Yeah, it's actually called a chaff grenade, Roger. Yeah, see, you just have to... Oop. It's okay. He described it as a guard dog, and thankfully it's not like an actual dog. So it can't sniff me under the boxes. Keep acting like you're gonna give it a treat until it gives up. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. This guy gets it. Alright, now of course we're gonna use that, because fuck it, I mean cost down is like literally right there, so may as well, right? Does this get me anywhere? Boop, boop. And there's my deck reloading. Oh, I thought he was facing the other way. Whoops. Well, whatever, man. Well, well. He's out here like, help me, help me. And give him a good chop. There's some guy with a sword in here. Hate it when that happens to me, right? Isn't that so relatable, you guys? Gee, I hope not. So what the hell is going on with your life that you keep having to run away from crazy dudes with swords? I want to pick this up. Hey. kind of stuck with the explosives in this game, so I'm using them as move cards, basically. As often as possible. Where the hell did he go?
This is Cobalt May. Please respond. Yeah. What?
Oh, shut up, damn it. Just stop talking. Don't shoot. You must be Gary Murray. Huh? I just talked to you on the codec. Oh, so you're the American, huh? That... This is his voice. Thank you. Looks like you're injured. Can you stand? Yeah, I'm fine. You know where Fleming is located? Yeah, I do. I just happened to see where Dr. Fleming was taken during my escape. Those terrorists forced the lab workers into boats and sent them off to a nearby island. They were being treated like prisoners. Then, after U.S. soldiers came and attacked, the terrorists just went nuts. I managed to slip past them and tried to make my way to FAR, but one of the guards caught sight of me. I thought it was all over, but somehow I managed to make it here without getting killed. Metal Gear acid trip a little bit, yeah. So far, very strange choice of different game genre, that's for sure. What's FAR? It's a research building in the northernmost part of the plant where Dr. Fleming would receive instructions. Only the doctor's closest advisors were granted it. Access to that place. Everyone else there called the FAR, an acronym for Fleming's Assembly Room. They were all so paranoid. Intellectuals can be a little extreme. Where was Fleming taken? The residential quarters were located to the east. Lab workers were living in that building. Dr. Fleming and I'm only an underling, so I never actually met the doc. But I could hear him yelling, "I'm Fleming. What the hell are you doing?" And it had to be him. There was no doubt in my mind. I was trying to decide if this guy would say y'all or you when he's quoting somebody who said you. Residential quarters to the east, huh?
Snake, you better get over there on the double.
Right. Gary, stay right here if you want to survive. I'll come get you when my mission is over. Oh, please hurry. I gotta pee real bad. Alright, let's end the turn so we can get some cards back. And meanwhile, this guy's just walking right in front of the dog. Yeah, I know, right? Otacon just, you know... Well, we just saw that a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? Actually, it might have been like a month ago. Fuck, did I play that game? It was within this year, obviously. It was over the summer. I have a way I can check that, I believe. Get some loading time. Yeah, June 6th is when I tagged it as finished. So that might have been a couple of days later. Basically, it was... Well, I said over the summer, but... In my defense... Fucking global warming, am I right? Spring basically doesn't exist here in the Midwest. It's just summer and Summer parentheses European Extreme. It sounds like a very wild thing to say in a case like this, but in my defense, it is an MGS reference, so... Oh, come on. He's gonna get alerted even though I'm about to just give him the old combo. Doing acid stealth only. That seems... somehow not fun. Oh, that might be the... I was gonna say, that might be the inevitable remake, remaster that would happen. Because every video game gets remake, remasters there. Hello, Irene. And yeah, there is a sequel here to Metal Gear AC !D that is... I think most normal people would call it Metal Gear Acid 2, but it's spelled AC !D with the superscript 2 to make it squared. And listen, I understand that you move on squares in this, but come on. Oh, this is an official Konami product. This is a thing that was... This is actually part of the series. Well, okay, it's a spin-off, but... This is not a fan game. It is bizarrely real. I feel like I'm on something quite seriously, a little intense here. Anywho, I apologize. I pulled up the Wikipedia article for a brief second here because I wanted to come in here and see if it would tell me anything about the existence. There's apparently a mobile phone game inside of the MGA sort of like sub-series, I guess, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it's a PSP game, as you can... I suppose as one could tell by the fact that it's in the aspect ratio of... It's like a 16:9 aspect ratio, but it kind of just looks like a PS1 game. Anywho. Excuse me. Yeah, so there appears to have been... phone releases... Release in U. Java ME version. Okay, so... It's not as weird as what I was originally suspecting it of, which was that they had gone, like, full into making like a separate mobile phone game out of it. No, it's just from that era of Java phone ports. Although them going all the way in and making an MGS, a Metal Gear Acid phone game, mobile game, would be very funny. And it'd be like, in my head, I'm just sort of imagining like the Pokemon TCG Pocket, but it's Metal Gear. That would be incredibly strange, but obviously that'd be quite dumb because, like, this is clearly a single-player game, and in order to turn it into something that would be more of like a TCG, you would have to do a lot of work. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts me. Oh, I would ask why you would say that, but it's very funny, so I know why. But yes, this is what you would call a very interesting game. It's often a little bit hard, because, just to show this off, this is as much camera movement as we can get. Is just moving around the stick. They don't give me a map function whatsoever. And they also don't really give me any sight of, like... there's no Soliton radar like you would have in a regular MGS game. So a lot of the time when it comes to vision, it's a lot like just guess. Also, this angle is really bad because I'm now in this... Yes, there's a map of the facility. I mean, I guess that's true. See, now we're moving at an angle, too, though, which is always fun for purposes of I don't know which direction I'm supposed to go, and I see the turret has decided to park itself there. Well, I'm sure that as soon as I start moving up, it's going to turn, right? So I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to hold my controller at the appropriate angle. Yeah, it literally did. Oh, okay, good. At least it turned the other way. Good. That'll give me enough time to move my ass over here and get nearly into position. Alright, good. We can do this, face this way, and that'll open the door. And here we are, back in position. Ready to move forward, and let's consume this actions card here. I don't need the mine detector, probably. Not yet, anyway. I mean, who can say what there is in terms of, like, modding for any games? I don't know shit about modding anything on the PSP. I'd say surely there's game mods for stuff on the PSP, right? But then I realized there's mods for fucking everything now, and technology is not necessarily so much of a... Like, I think older games are probably actually harder to mod than newer stuff. But internally, that still kind of seems like... I don't know, PPSSPP still kind of feels like... You know, something that is basically running on evil sorcery to me. But my actual point there was going to be that, of course, I know that there's mods for stuff on the PSP. I was playing a translation hack of Phantasy Star Portable 2 Infinite at one point, so... it should be working fine by now, Retro. Yeah, I don't know what the... Wow, our rank was pretty bad, but that's okay. I don't know what the deal is in terms of the actual PSP hardware, but the PSP emulator that I'm using here. It seems like it works pretty good. Hey, good. There's our chaff grenade. It's damaged by... And we get some of these. And we got more genome soldiers, which is great because we need parts that'll help us move more. Ding dong. Next up on the menu, residential quarters. Oh, apparently he need. Who did you call for that? Lena, the pilot and co-pilot. There. The door to the cockpit was open. They really did? Yes, but how did you... Some strange dolls came up to me. Did you say dolls? It seems we're on autopilot, so we probably won't crash. People at the control tower should have cleared the air lanes for us, so we can fly a relatively safe path. But, I mean, come on. Dolls can't kill people. That kid must be wandering around on the plane. That can't be. Number 16? This plane? Yeah, here's these things again. It's not fair, sis. What? You were playing just like I thought. You were killing people. I want to kill people too. I want to make their hearts stop and all that. You know what, Elsie? I killed the pilot and the co-pilot to get some messages across. Messages across? Is that a fun game too? The first two messages are 1 and 14. Do you want to know who we really are, Elsie? I'll tell you. I know who I am. I'm Elsie, duh. Lena, contact the White House. But explain the situation to the best of your ability and get them to catch that monster sneaking around in the shadows. Yes, sir. What's wrong, Lena? You look pale. When I found corpses in the cockpit, I gasped with the shock. I could have sworn I smelled gas. Don't overdo it now. Take a little breather. That's... information! Fuck,
New items will support you with a variety we're proud of. It is the MGS 1 pack. Stun grenades
My
knock
God!
enemies unconscious, and a cardboard box to fool their eyes. Check out the cards during intermission.
God, and advertisements? Oh, man. Okay, well, we unlocked the shop. This really is Balatro. Here on, you'll be able to use the points you gain from completing a mission to buy new cards pack. Yeah. This was right before... This was just before Peace Walker, which... Oh my god, dude. Fucking Peace Walker. Oh my god, what a game. I saw someone... I won't say who, but you did used to know this person. I think it was over 10 years ago, streaming part of Peace Walker. And I remember just being befuddled at it. Like... Just kind of like... What the fuck? In what honestly is like the most extremely polarized version of that, but... yeah, Peace Walker is certainly a game that exists. I feel like I've seen a weird amount of people post very positively about Peace Walker lately on various social medias, which is very, very interesting. That, like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh man, Peace Walker was so good, and I feel like I remember you saying that Peace Walker was shit. And I think I would take your side a little bit sooner on that, because our tastes usually align reasonably close, unless it has to do with cars. But it's very strange to see that, because it's like, it's one of those things where you see it a bunch and you see people talking about it and you're like, no, come on, you're pulling my leg here. You didn't actually. That's not a real game. Anyway, yeah, we got a box. Meryl! And one of these strands again. And we've got more booster packs available, so let's see. Hey, there's Mei Ling. What's that? Doubles all allies' interference effects. Effects last for 30 costs. Oh, hey, we can get a full, a bit more of a preview here. Soliton Raider, internal communication. Ah, yes. I'm sure that works out very well. And of course, once again, there's Meryl, our favorite, for showing up multiple times. Hey, more chafing grenades, more action plus. Those seem kind of useful. Ah, yes. Now we're getting just the common cards, aren't we? There's Otacon. God, I couldn't tell just by his face because the resolution on these seems a little bit shrunken. Oh my goodness. Yoji Shinkawa, your artwork is not necessarily showing up in the best quality here. Oh well. Wanted a gotcha you couldn't spend infinite money on, but have the same results. I was gonna say, that would just be New Carnival, wouldn't it? There's Naomi Hunter. Get some more evasion. And hey, Vulcan Raven, it's the one that everybody forgets about. That's just a weapon. Single attacks and area attacks of that. Remember the newly reformed Foxhound, a giant of a man who carries a fighter jet's Vulcan cannon on his back. And when he's not equipped, he's just regular Raven, I think. Just summon a swarm of birds. I mean, honestly. Mixed Alaskan, Native American, and Inuit ancestry. He was raised as a shaman. The ravens say you are a true warrior. That is nowhere near his voice. Ah, yes, I get it. He's an Armored Core enthusiast. Anyway. Unfortunately, we don't have enough points to be able to buy more cards with. I guess I should have done better in that one mission. Get to go ahead and save, and oh yeah, I should probably go into the deck editor first and be like, hey, I probably could use some stuff here. Alright, that's ally cost, and that's why it's so damn expensive. Actually, what do you have to say here about Meryl? Roy Campbell's niece. Campbell took care of her after her father died in combat in the Gulf War. On the day of the Shadow Moses incident, she was deployed to Foxhound as an emergency replacement and ended up getting caught in the fray. Just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake, trying to sweep me off my feet. And she acquires a very different accent when I do the voice, because I am bad at voice. I was gonna say it's Otacon say it's just like one of my Japanese animes. Please. Please let that. The one about staring at her butt. I mean, oh yeah. The chief developer of Arms Tech Corp's Metal Gear project loves Japanimation. Ah, yes, good old. Yes, that's a phrase that nobody's ever said outside of the 90s. Nicknamed Otacon. After the Shadow Moses incident, he joined the anti-Metal Gear group Philanthropy. Alone? Are you an otaku too? Oh my god, this fucking dork. He's cringe, but he's free. Yeah, oh man,
Shove it back in the locker.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I apologize for the yawn. I don't know if these bandages are very important yet, so we'll take one of those out. We'll insert more the other genome soldiers so we can move around a little better. This spin kick is so fucking expensive. That seems a little bit overkill. It's very funny in general, really. I mean, realistically, this whole game is quite funny, so... take those out, because I'm stuck with them. And equip more of the shooty effects here. I'm sure that if I clicked auto, it would do something to my deck that would be like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Ruins. I mean, probably technically true, but...
Going straight along this path to the east should get you to the residential quarters. Get moving, Snake. There's no time to waste.
Got it. Alright, well, as ever, we gotta start off by putting ourselves in the box, right? That just makes sense. Okay, that guy's above us for sure. And that dude is facing away from us. Do I have a clear shot on him? 42%. Yeah, that's what we like to call a poor idea. So let's use that. End the turn. Closer. Yeah, that guy is facing away from us. And just get him right in the back. Yeah, see, for some reason it's silenced, so I don't know anything about these weapons, so... And yes, the camera things do kind of bother me, as you probably have figured out at this point, but just in case you haven't, oh boy, I wish that those camera controls are definitely the roughest part of this game by a wide margin at this point. Oh well. What can you do? Ah, yes, it's usable only. It's just like the black frame on the card, kind of like the character cards in that one Kingdom Hearts game. Continues bringing it up as the bit, even the less of a bit it turns into. What would I be flattening against here? Sure, why not? Let's see it, I guess. Ah, so I can just flatten against that broken off railing. There's something very funny about that. I'll be totally honest with you. Roger, you said the residential quarters were on this road, right?
According to intelligence, they should be at the end of this road to the east.
But there's no road.
What?
Road's been blocked off of the wall.
Looks like the enemy got here first. Look around and see if you can find any way through.
Okay, I'll take a look. Actually, hold up. Should probably take care of that thing real quick. That's just a little bit of overkill, really, but hey. That guy probably heard me, right? Huh? What was that noise? Hey, can you open the door for me? Oh. Ah, yes, we get a lot of cutscene there for something that simple. That's fun. Very, very, strange. I was gonna say, can you let me shoot the wall? It's a very thin-looking wall. Is the game telling me that I shouldn't have put away all those explosives? Again, trying to see if there's anything I missed. I think I really just need to use an explosive here of some kind. Unfortunately, I did kind of take all of those out of the deck, so... However, I will double check just to... by just going through everything here, and if I screwed up, then we'll be returning to the intermission while I grab a couple of things that explode. Yeah, I definitely think I've done goofed, but just to make sure that it's not literally glued to the bottom of my deck. Oh, yeah, because I have no... any of that. Yeah. So I gotta go back. I was gonna say, I just immediately hit the cancel button, didn't I? Mission objectives earn extra points. Yeah, neat. That's very helpful. Anyway, let's pop into the deck editor here. And, I guess drop one SOCOM for a grenade. Where's our regular grenades here? Grenades. Probably missed some. Yeah, shit, where... Am I just dumb or possibly unable to see things? Eh. Actually, we will take another one of those, though, and we'll... inputs correctly. There's our chaffs. Yeah, okay. Why was I... Huh? Whatever I was only seeing in there, that's weird. Anyway. Get back in here and, yeah. Alright, take our action plus here and start moving in. Yeah, well... Oh, I can't equip it. I need a weapon, I guess. No, don't use that. Just move. Oh, he is staring, like, right at me. I don't like that. Here, you know what? It's really expensive of a move card, but we'll do it anyway. They all know that I'm a cardboard box. Hey, I'm a cardboard box. What you're doing is very silly. However, we will also just obliterate that guy. Exodia, etc. Anyway. Yeah, these guys are not happy with me. Alright, face the guy because I have that frontal evasion ability. And just eat a ration right in front of him. It's like, hey. Guess what? Terrible. Let's end turn and try to draw some stuff. Otherwise, looks like our evasion ran out. Please just give me like 2 weapons. Oh, no, it just wasn't doing anything or something. It disappeared. That's the important part. And I once again do not get anything, but at bare minimum, at least they're giving me like, well, okay, when I say I don't get anything, I mean I don't get defensive tools. Also, the triangle button, well, it gives me a little better view, not a lot. And we'll put on this body armor to defend us a little bit here. Oh, and he rationed up. Well, damn. What a guy. What a dick. Fine, we'll just burn the whole FAMAS clip on him and equip that and burn a whole Genome Soldier card. Just turn and look at this guy menacingly. Excuse me. So that way, if he tries to shoot me... Yep. Well, works for me, probably. Oh, I don't have to see the cutscene every time. Good. Well, that was a really painful encounter that was made significantly worse by having some very bad draws. Also, I done fucked up there, because I used that as a move card instead of what I actually was gonna do with it. Well, oops. Alright, box up and turn. Oh, because my controller disconnected. Right. Thank you, controller. Which is probably actually just an issue with the Bluetooth thing in my PC because of reasons that I've mentioned before. Alright, well that's plenty of time to burn to get rid of the evasion and probably the caution phase too. Alright, time to do some cycling. Find the thing again. Because, yeah, I screwed up. Wrong one. What am I doing? Whoops. That guy's like... That box has been sitting there for a suspiciously long time. Okay. So let's try and do this correctly now. Is that guy still looking at me? No, he doesn't suspect a thing. And by that I mean he definitely suspects a thing, but... Oh, he's leaving. Okay. Whoop. Well, that took out the security camera. I don't think that busted open the wall the way I was hoping it would, though. I'm still kind of just assuming that that is the course of action here, by the way. Yeah, you knew I was there. Yeah, I'm going through this. Oh. Guy moves to my side because of the usual reasons. Those being that I failed to kill the guy earlier because just being a bad shot, I guess. Is he shooting me through the wall? There's got to be like a cut there, or I'm getting a bad camera angle or something. Because otherwise that did look like I was getting shot through the wall, which is funny, but also... kind of ass. He's still alive for the third time here. I guess because they keep knocking him over or something, but man. It's just like fighting an actual MGS, to be fair. Back there. Oh, it doesn't go off immediately, damn. Alright, well, let's cut that down. Still fourth because all these guys are like already run out of stuff. Eesh. Alright. Let me just punch this guy. This way. These are that reduction, and he's gonna get stun grenaded. That's pretty good. Meanwhile, the rest of these dorks just don't really know what's going on here. It's sort of a notch in the wall. Box up and end the turn. I mean, I'm sure this guy is going to immediately be like, hey, yeah, that box is definitely not real, but... And see, in the back of my head, I'm also like, that wall looks like it's a different color, so... kind of tempted to do something with that. Yeah, that was a bit of a waste of a box. Yeah, he's shooting me through a wall. That's something, all right. Yeah, that blew up the barrel. Barrel. Oh wait, that's silly. Yeah, I'm still kind of at a bit of a loss as to what I'm supposed to do here, but yeah, I think that I will hash that out next time. This is pretty interesting so far, though.